Welcome to manucloudlearning.com. Today we are going to focus on VM configuration in Esxi 6.7 standalone hypervisor. In the last video session I was able to explain how to install a virtual machine. Okay. Today we'll see some of the modification of and configuration part in the virtual machine. Let me log into the Esxi console. Yes, this is the virtual machine which we have created earlier point of time, that is server 2060. As you can see here, Vmware tool is not installed on this virtual machine. Vmware tool allows detailed guest information to be displayed as well as allowing you to perform operation on the guest OS, example graceful shutdown, reboot, etc. You should install Vmware tools. There is an action dialog box also appear over here. Okay. I have an option to dismiss this information notification. There are a couple of options available. Okay. First, let me install the VMware Guest Edition tool. In this machine, if I look at for the VMware Guest Edition installation status, let me just verify. It's showing one more place also it will display. Okay. Compatibility 6.7. Yeah, I'll show you later on that, no problem. Let me go ahead and install virtual machine tool. Okay, that's available on guest OS. Install VMware tools. Now the status, it's showing completed successfully. There will be an ISO mounted inside this virtual machine. I'm just going to connect through the console. At this point of time I am not using a remote virtual machine console. Let me use the local direct console. I believe I have connected from the same session from VMware work session also, I believe. Yeah. Yes, here we'll have a better option over here. So let me log in from here. Yes, we have logged into the virtual machine. Before installing this tool, I'll just need to navigate to the device manager. By default, what are the drivers installed, I will verify, and after the installation of a guest edition tool, all the drivers, virtual drivers will get installed. I'll show you before and after. Yes, as of now this is the status in drivers, Ethernet controller, everything is there are a couple of unknown devices. Display device is Microsoft basic display adapter. These are the things we are able to see, right? I'm just going to install this particular VMware tool. When you click on install VMware tool, what it will do is just integrate the ISO image inside the virtual machine. Yes, this is VMware tool. 81 MB is the total size of this file. Let me double click and execute the file. Yes, there is a order on file also available. I think this is the icon file. Let me click on the setup 64. This tool is about to install and it's in progress. It will take just 1 minute, I believe. We'll go back to the console screen. Yes, here also we can see the same web preview. Other prompt has been appeared over here. Let me say next. Here it is asking whether you need to go to just VMware product, install the program features used by VMware product only. Okay, if you install all the program features, I am just going to install complete features of this. Okay, installation will take 1 minute. Meanwhile, we'll just go and go through a couple of properties in this virtual machine. Let me, if I just go to the edit option, these are the option which is available for me. Okay, so if I navigate to the CPU part, core per socket, that is already there. Similar way, if I earlier I have added these features, right? Enable CPU hot add was enabled. That's the reason while VM is running state itself, I'm able to increase the up to 4 socket. I'll be able to increase virtually. Okay, and if you want to reserve the processor megahertz, you can specify here reservation, then limit and share low or medium, how the CPU is going to consume in this machine. Those options you will be able to configure over here. Okay, memory part also you will be able to increase. If you want to add any new hardware, that hot option also available for this virtual machine. Add other devices or a network adapter, all this option is available over here. Okay, I'm just skipping this part. Let me go to the, yes, still installation is going on. We'll wait for that. Meanwhile, we'll see what is the performance on the virtual machine. Everything is live var is going on here. There's one indicators, consumer host CPU. Okay, everything is displayed over here. If you are using Esxi, just on a standalone Esxi, you don't have an option to create a VM template or clone option. It's not available. If you are using vCenter environment, that in that option you will have all these options available. So these all are small properties. Power off, suspend, reset for guest OS. Once you install the guest edition, you will have more option here. It's almost completed. Yes, now if I go to the device manager, everything is look good. Okay, there's a VMware SVG 3D adapter has been installed instead of the default Microsoft adapter that one having enhanced performance and all. So apart from that, I could see network adapter also, that should be listed over here. Yes, VMX Net 3 Ethernet adapter, that is also listed here. They will prompt for one-time reboot so that all the changes will affect immediately. Once I install this product, see, now I am able to see host name in this preview itself. There are a couple of more information that will populate. That agent will help to reflect a couple of information. Let me just take the properties again. Somewhere I have seen yes, VM guest edition. Where is that option? Yes, Vmware tool installed but not running. Okay, version Vmware tool 10.2.0. This is a build, right? Installed is. Now it is refreshed actually. Previously it was not there. Okay. Yes. Now the virtual machine is booting state. If I have a standalone also, I have one option to do that. That is snapshot. Snapshot is nothing but if you create a snapshot, if in the future if you want to revert to any of the state, okay, that is possible by restoring the snapshot. I'm just going to show a live demonstration on that. Let me just create a snapshot for this 2060 VM. Before that, we will just make some scenarios. Let the VM boot. Yes. Now in guest OS tab, I have control over here. Shutdown, restart, all this option appear over here. Snapshot, before creating the snapshot, we'll make some changes and test it. I'm just going to create a folder, snapshot test. Okay, now I am just going to create a snapshot using the console. I have an option here, snapshot, take a snapshot. I'll just mention before deleting file. Description, I'll just mention this is for testing, right? Snapshot the virtual machine memory. What and all virtual machine memory state it will just capture and it will save in a file. Okay, in future if you accidentally delete any of the after this timestamp, if you make any of the modification, you can completely restore to the previous state. So I'm just going to take a snapshot. The progress bar will display the progress of this snapshot status. It's showing running. We'll wait until complete this snapshot creation. It's about 31 percentage. Meanwhile, what we can do is, once you set up this ESXi environment, standalone environment, if you wish to join this ESXi to your domain controller, there is an option to do that. If you go to the manage option, host manage option, that will give the beauty of through the LDAP integration and all. So I am just going to do that. We have options somewhere over here. If you want to use the NDP server, time server, those options also available here, time and date. In this tab itself, somewhere we have option to join domains. Let me see, security and users, authentication part. Yes, here we have an option to do that. Join domain. Before joining to, I have a domain actually, yeah, that's a Windows based domain. So before joining to that, let me set the DNS IP address for that domain. I think that is somewhere, yes, Esxi console it is there, here also somewhere it is there. If you want to add the basic configuration, advanced settings, not here. Sub time and date and virtual machine monitor, host licensing, packages, service. Yes, snapshot has been created successfully. So when I was creating the snapshot, I just for testing purpose, there was a folder. Now just imagine this file has been accidentally deleted, or any of the application crash happened after that snapshot creation or something like that. Just for disaster scenario, anything happened for this file, anything happened for this any of the application, so that you can restore to the previous state. I'm just demonstrating using just a file delete. I have deleted it from recycle bin also. I'm just going to it's nothing is there. I did shift delete. Now that file, there is no option to recover without any utility or something. So now instantly, if I want to restore the same, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to restore the previous version of snapshot. If I go to the particular virtual machine, if I say just right click, snapshot part, manage snapshot options. Yes, this was a file before delete which we created. I am going to restore this snapshot now. Restore a snapshot. Selected item, restore a snapshot. Say restore. It's running state. Yes, restoration revert to snapshot. That means the restoration of that has been completed. Let me refresh and observe. Reconnect it. Let me connect a console from this. Yes, what and all before the deletion, right? We have just created one folder just for testing purpose. That folder is there. This is on, right? So everything, this is accessible still. Okay, this is how we need to take a snapshot and how the restore procedure, everything we just gone through it, right? Now only thing is domain joining part. Let me see if I have the option in networking category. Virtual NICs, edit settings. This was my management NIC. Let me click on edit settings. This option also, I don't see any option for the DNS. Everything is related to the IP configuration part. We'll do one thing, we'll just perform this activity from the host itself. Later in the future video, I'll just show you how to do it from the console also. By pressing F12 we can go to the configuration. Let me log into that. Sorry, F2 only we need to press, that is in that network, configure network tab. I'm just going to enter the DNS details over here. This is my primary DNS, that is Windows DNS. 192.168.1.10 is my DNS address. Host name, let me use as it is, Esxi 6.7. Yes. Then by pressing escape it will prompt you for the save option. Yes, press Y. That is done. Now if I try to join the domain, the DNS will help me to the name resolution. I'm just going to join the host itself. I'm not joining to the virtual machine. Now host need to be joined to the domain. It's possible in Vmware Esxi. Manage option. Go to security and users. In that authentication, join domain. This is my domain name, gits.local. Let me use join to the domain. Yes, the status is down. It is showing running. Meanwhile, let me, yes, failed. The specified domain node does not exist. Let me verify my domain is on.